Welcome to Project Die Hard Mission Monday Update. My name is Sue Roskoff, and I am an ambassador here with Project Die Hard. We're here every Monday night for the update, and we are getting a sneak preview of what you're about to see. This is where we are every Monday, so you can find out all the latest and greatest news that's going on in the world of Project Die Hard, because there's always a lot happening, and you are about to find out those details from the man himself. Brian Gibson is our founder and president, and we are going to bring him in here to say hi and give us those updates. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I got to make this public announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I will not ask anybody permission to do anything that God tells me to do. I'm just putting that out there.
Everybody needs to hop on board because we're doing good things here. End of story.
I don't play politics. I don't play in people's sandboxes. If you don't like the way I run Project Die Hard, then prove to me that I need to listen to you. Sue has proven that. Debbie, who you've seen on this program, has proven that. My Irish might be up tonight. I'm just putting you guys all on morning.
Put your seatbelt on, peeps. Here we go.
Okay. Let's get this update running. All right, first thing we got to do is fill the can, right? Our annual fundraiser. The 2025 goal is $122,000. That covers Bob Rush operating expenses, buys a new tractor and a dump trailer for Bob Rush. I cannot track the physical cans that are out there. I cannot track the virtual cans that people have created. But I can tell you, in our virtual can, there has been no donations. And at the Paducah Bank, there has been no donations. Folks, no leader has ever taken a salary here, and they never will. If you join the leadership team of Project Die Hard and you're thinking you're going to get a paycheck, not going to happen. Because if you make a decision on a veteran's life, money cannot have an influence. But the praise report is we brought back our Club 22 yesterday. Loopy Larry's here in Paducah, Kentucky. They catered an event we were having, and he heard about Club 22, and he's been bugging. I said, okay, this is why I need more volunteers. Because now I just put more work on my plate. But I'm happy to do it because if this helps my brothers and sisters, then that's the key to it, right? Right. But this is open nationwide. If you know of a food service provider that would like to join our Club 22, have them reach out to club22@projectdiehard.org. And my team will answer all your questions. Sue, can you mute? for a second?
I can.
Thank you. Your dryer's going off again, or whatever's going off. All right. So, the big call. Our community support program. Look, guys, I'm just busting it down Barney style here tonight. We seek ministry resource partners. They help bring hope. We seek mission and facility suppliers. They help our facilities run. We seek Club 22 members. They help raise funds to pay the mission and facility suppliers. Only the best will do for the veterans that we have been trusted by God to serve. Reach out to the mission if you think you're the best. My team will be glad to see if you are. And then here, remember, check your vet. Together, everyone accomplishes more. You want to know how we keep going? Our faith in the blessings of God. But we need more volunteers. They give heroes the time. They're the muscle of the mission. Or we need more patrons. They give the resources. Which one are you? It's a simple question. Four slides tonight. Pretty simple.
Yeah, we need people to come on board. There's places to make a difference very, very easily. We need more people like someone we have in the background. We need more people like Debbie. Debbie, come on in. We are so happy to have you joining us here tonight again, my fave. So, what's all happening in your corner of the world, hon? There's something fun coming up this fall, right?
No, it's hot. Oh yes, in what month is it now?
It's still June.
In August 31st, we will land in Nashville so that we can drive to Paducah and spend a few days, go to the breakfast on that Wednesday and tour the facility and take a look at what Brian has to offer at the facility in Illinois. Very excited.
And attend the fellowship breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, didn't I?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. I was looking at my phone. Which, okay, by chance, if more people step up, will be coming out to Arizona. That fellowship breakfast. That's why Debbie's coming out here, folks. She wants to see how it operates so she can make sure it's done right out there.
That's correct.
A lot of good things coming. And speaking of Arizona, we actually have another friend from Arizona joining us tonight. I'm kind of curious just how close you guys are location-wise, because there might be some good synergy that can happen here. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mark Balin to the show here tonight. Mark, come on in. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So you want to give an introduction here? I know Debbie's been here before. She's a longtime friend of Project Die Hard. And Mark, I know you're new in the show here tonight. So if you want to just give us a quick intro, who are you? Where are you from? What do y'all do?
My name is Mark Balin. I'm the founder and owner of On the Mark TV with a C. That's MARC TV, and we help people like Brian get the things that he needs and wants for his organization. We help people of all entrepreneurs of all kinds trying to help them. We have Inspire.world helping that cause also. That I've partnered up with them and partnered up with numerous other people that want to help veterans and people with disabilities. It's it's a great cause. I'm also a military veteran myself. My father was too, so we were both Navy. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Gibson. He's an outstanding human being and a fine military gentleman that has served this country with valor and dedication, and now is just asking for a little help back to help other veterans like himself. God bless.
Awesome.
And
Thank
I'm
you
from
so much
Phoenix,
for being here.
Arizona.
He's in Phoenix.
What part?
I live in Central Phoenix by
Mark, what part?
Bethany. I live in Central Phoenix,
Okay.
Bethany Home Road. I'm sorry.
No,
I
that's okay.
I live at 12th Street and Bethany Home Road off the 51.
Okay.
And you, Miss Hayes?
Yes, I live south of Tucson.
South of Tucson. Okay, so you're going towards Mexico.
Correct.
So what city do you actually live in? Because I have some friends down there.
Sahuarita. I live about
So you live-
a half a
so when you drive,
mile
when
from
you drive
Green
through
Valley.
neighborhoods, does it say miles per hour or does it say kilometers?
The highway. Not
No,
the
I know when
street
you drive.
signs. Not
I know
the
when you drive in your
surface streets.
neighborhood, does it say miles per hour or does it say kilometers?
No, only the highway. Only Interstate 19 is kilometers. The only
Yeah.
kilometer highway in the U.S.
Yeah, my friend lives down there. My friend lives that way. What's the name of the city? What's the name of some of those towns down there? He lives about an hour and a half south of Tucson. He's
Then he
military.
lives in Mexico. Does he live in Mexico?
No. He's U.S. Air Force military.
Okay.
But he lives in that
so
area.
He's not an hour and a half. So Nogales, Rio Rico, Tumacacri, Tubac, Amado, anything, Green Valley, Sahuarita. Now we're getting pretty close to Tucson. None of those sound familiar?
I think Solarica. I haven't been to his house for a while. I got some friends in Miranda too that work at the base too.
Right. So Sahuarita, maybe he's my next door neighbor.
It's possible. His name is Scott. He's Air Force.
Active Air Force still?
Very much, yeah, for like 15 years. Yes, I'll find out. I'll find out exactly. My wife will know. My kids went to U of A.
Okay.
I had 2 kids that went to U of A, so we used to go down that way a lot.
Yep.
Small world.
That's where the biodome is. That's where the biodome is.
Okay.
Like Pauly Shore, the movie, the biodome. Yeah, that's where it is. It's owned by U of A and run by U of A.
It's in Oracle. It's farther north of Tucson. You're talking about the biosphere, right?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been there.
It
was fun.
Me too.
I saw the movie. That's about all I can say about a biodome. I don't see the allure of locking myself in a dome building. I just don't.
Apparently they didn't either because they weren't in there very long. They came out way before they were supposed to. And then they turned it into just a tourist attraction. And I'm not sure how the U of A is using it.
Oh, they use it for the last time I was there, they were using it for research.
That would make sense.
They don't have it closed up anymore. Right.
Well, you can visit it.
It's not a closed ecosystem. Okay.
They have a buffet.
When it first opened, it was a closed ecosystem with people living in it.
Yes.
And that's what did not happen as long as it was supposed to.
Folks, you're going to learn a lot of stuff here on the Monday Mission Update.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yep.
Arizona, been there a couple times. Didn't hang out home. Just because it's a desert and I don't hang out in deserts anymore. I'm just,
Yeah. I can see that you would have had enough of that.
yeah. My kids they didn't have a sandbox growing up.
Oh,
Mm-mm. My wife from the East Coast, she's like, let's go to the beach. Go ahead. Go have fun. I'm not touching sand. I've eaten enough.
So it's different perspective that a lot of people don't think about.
right.
Again, this is why I'm not perfect by any means. I got smarter people around me. But I know what my brothers and sisters need. I was a medic, folks. I spent my whole life taking care of them.
Hmm.
Where'd Mark go? Hmm.
We lost him. Hopefully he'll be back on. Wonder if he had some kind of a glitch there. Oh, yeah, he's back.
But that's the whole premise of Project Die Hard. Okay, here, folks. I don't run Project Die Hard. God does. I'm just the steward. All praise and glory of everything that blesses a veteran's life that happens in this mission goes to God, not me. I take no credit in it whatsoever. I give it to my God first, then it goes to my team. I know Sue can attest to that.
Yep. Very clearly.
I'm just the guy that protects the standards. I'm the guy that makes sure my brothers and sisters only get the best. And that's just how it's going to roll. You don't have to like me. You don't. I really don't care if you do, if you don't. But you cannot ignore this mission. You can't. My brothers and sisters, we have given up so much for you all. What more do you want from us?
It's our turn to help out our veterans, because the veterans are all of our military. They step up, they do amazing things that we have no idea. None. And that's where when our veterans come back and are finding any kind of a challenge that we're able to help with, why would we not step up and say, hey, I'm here for you. You were here for us, whether we even knew it or not, whether we realized it or not. They stepped up and did their part. It's our turn. And what does that look like? It's going to be different for everyone. I'm here. I'm sitting here doing this on Monday nights. This is what I said I can do, right? We have the Fill the Can challenge going on right now. So there are people out there who could open their wallets and make a difference in that way. You're out there. Hopefully you're hearing this message and realizing that, oh, that's where I can make a difference. We need more people to step up and participate and volunteer. Maybe that's where you can make a difference. Maybe that's, we all have different roles here. And that's what I guess I'm looking to spread that word, to ask for anyone who's hearing this, ask yourself, what can I do?
Again, folks, I don't know what anybody gives, the amount of money anybody gives. My accountant and treasurer know you do not give me the amount of money somebody gave. You give me the name. That's all I want. And I even had somebody ask that the other day. Why do you do that? Because your dollar bill doesn't influence my decision making.
Mhm.
Your dollar that
Sound.
that comes to this mission does not go into my wallet, and it doesn't influence the decisions I make on the care of my brothers and sisters. I don't know how to put that out any simpler. Yeah, folks, my Irish is a little up after today's meetings. I'm being nice.
Well, I'd like to say something about Tucson, may I?
Go ahead.
We don't have a lot of sand, although we've got a number of people who have been there where you were. But we do have the hot weather, just like they do over there. And so, but a lot of people still, retired military, decide to come back here or stay after leaving the service. So that's why I think that Tucson is a great place to have the fellowship breakfast, because I do think that we have a lot of veterans in town and that we could serve a great purpose.
I'm in total agreement with you, sister. I'm in total agreement. I want to have the fellowship breakfast at every IHOP in the nation. I do.
So here's a question. Are IHOPs independently owned, or is it, I guess I haven't
They're
done
franchised.
They're
so
franchised. Okay.
So it's up to each individual franchise owner to whether or not they want to host our mission.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
So we need someone local at each. Oh, actually, sorry, Mark, you're muted. I can see you're talking. Here, I'm gonna try to unmute you here. Oh, that didn't work. Somehow we've got a sound issue on yours, Mark. I know when I unmute you, I'm hearing feedback. Because I actually have you in the background twice, so you're on the device somehow 2 different times, or on 2 different devices. So maybe let me see if I can try this. Does it still work? I muted your other one, but it's not working.
Well, you muted his other mic, not the speaker.
Yeah. So
I'm trying. Hold on. Bink. There you go. He should be gone now.
Does that work?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so
I'm also hearing myself in the background.
I've had a lot of history with IHOP, and they're always very generous in opening up their back room to people numerous times. And I've been to the one in Tucson that he's talking about. Well, there's a couple, but I've been to the numerous ones in all over Phoenix, and they've always been very generous, especially towards the military.
Oh, good.
They like women's clubs too. They like anybody eats breakfast, actually. Fresh and fruity.
And somehow there's still a sound thing going on with whenever we talk, it's coming back through your mic somehow. So just so you know, just gotta keep you muted in between. When you want to talk, though, unmute.
Let me hold on a second.
Oh, I think he's gonna hopping out and come back in. Yeah, there was some connection glitch going on there that we were getting feedback when we talk. But
Hey, this is called live. We do this
It's all
live
good.
for a reason. I had this discussion with Loopy Larry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're saying
Say I had this discussion with Loopy Larry yesterday. Because if you go on our social, you'll see where he said, hey, things about Project Die Hard, that he was happy to join the team. Okay. And he goes, you didn't give me any notice. I said, dude, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. We go live. We do lives. We don't pre-record jack. All the hiccups, we're human.
It's like when we did the telethon, it was live. We had 2 hours straight of live. There were a couple of short pieces in there that were videoed just because there was some individuals that could not join us right at that exact time. And actually Mark was a big player in how that all came together too. The fact that we were able to connect and get it out on all those channels, that was compliments of Mark's connections and Mark himself. So
there you go.
Nice.
That is what made the actual event be possible, was that connection there with Mark.
Thank you and God bless, Mark.
Oh, and actually, sorry, say that again.
It helps that I own a television channel for veterans.
Yep. So, oh yeah, Debbie, I know you got to get going. You've got another meeting to head on off to. Thank you so much for being here. We always appreciate you. You're amazing.
Yep, she is. Thank you, Debbie. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
There we go.
What's the date for the fellowship breakfast in Tucson?
The fellowship breakfast is the first Wednesday of every month. Okay?
But it's not in Tucson yet.
It's not in Tucson yet.
Let me know.
Brother, it will be in Tucson when we have the resources to make it happen there. That's the whole thing. Everybody tells me you need to do more. You need to do more. I can't do more.
Boss. I'm working on it.
I know you are, brother. This is our live thing. I'm just letting people know that, look, I want fellowship breakfast in every IHOP. I want a facility in every state, but I can only work with the blessings and the resources I get. That's it.
I really wish I could get your team to sign up at Inspired.world. That would be highly encourageable and that would be highly recommended.
They have until the end of next week to make sure that happens.
I know I'm wearing you out. I'm sorry. I know I'm mentioning it a lot, but it's only because it's going to be a great source of income.
Oh, I'm sold. It's just a matter of getting all the nuts and bolts done too. That's why we need more volunteers.
Well, the good news is that you can sign up. You know, not necessarily have to sign up as Project Die Hard. I mean, Sue. I wouldn't say Sue. I would not put Sue on there because it's kind of like if you work for NBC, you shouldn't enter contests like America's Got Talent. You know what I mean? So since she's going to be working, since she's part of the family, I was like, I'm not going to sign up Kurt's not going to sign up, and I was just Sue not signing up. You know what I mean? So, but anybody else, yes.
Oh, again, we will. Die Hard's gonna sign up.
But you can sign up as an individual, Mister. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't have to necessarily. Yes, you can sign up Project Die Hard as Project Die Hard. But the good news is you can also sign up as Brian as an individual. You can sign up both. That's the good news. And then the money can come to both organizations. But you, or Project Die Hard, will have that account, and then you will have your own personal account that you can delegate the money the way you feel necessary. So to both Project Die Hard and maybe some personal causes you have, and put some personal money in your pocket and pay yourself.
I love the offer, brother. That doesn't work with me. I live quite comfortably. My
Okay.
bills are paid.
God bless. I'm sure
Okay.
25 years in the military, I'm sure that you have acquired some well-deserved financing, and I think that there's a way for you to get even more money.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure your disability rate is very high.
Look, guys, girls, I don't take any money from Project Die Hard. That's the whole thing people got to understand. We're a true nonprofit, right?
I'm not. No, Brian. I'm not. Please don't misunderstand me.
No,
I'm not.
No, I'm not. Look,
I'm not telling that. That is not even a thought.
Brother, we're live here out to I don't know how many thousands of people.
God bless.
So I have to explain our conversations at times.
Okay.
I do not take a salary. There's a reason. When did nonprofits become a business? My business is saving my brothers and sisters' lives.
You're a true American.
Yeah.
Most people do not think like you. Trust me when I tell you. And I'm really happy to be part of you, knowing the way you think. It makes me feel good in my heart.
We need more people in that exact position saying that exact thing.
You don't realize how rare you are, because I was just involved on the board of directors of a nonprofit that was supposed to be about mental health and suicide prevention, and we did one event at a Dickey's barbecue, and it ended up costing like $1,000, and people were actually trying to profit from it. They were trying to get themselves paid from that, and I couldn't believe I was hearing it. And because they didn't get paid any money because they flew in to be part of the event, they weren't reimbursed. They felt like, all right, I don't want to be part of this, and it's all a ripoff. How do you call a nonprofit a ripoff?
Brother, I get emails all the time. I will be happy to come support your event if you pay me X. No. You want to help the mission? Come on. If you're a starving artist and you want to get known, I'll help you do that. But don't say you have to pay me. No.
Pay to play. I mean, what could they? What I don't understand is when they're saying for you to pay them, what is it they think they're bringing to the table to deserve a monetary, anything monetary? Like, what are they bringing to the table to where they think they deserve something financial? What are they telling you they can bring to the table to get paid for it? What are they offering?
Oh, I'm talking like, brother, I'm right up the road from Nashville. Okay.
So if you help them get more eyes on their more eyes and ears on their music, and help them, become more popular in their Instagrams and in their social media, you should pay them to do that. That's
Yeah.
not, that's horrible. Then they
Yeah.
shouldn't be in any business, including the music business. If that's what they're striving for. I don't think you should, I don't see how you can take advantage of a military cause to up your social game and expect to get paid for it too. I would personally want the ball to go to themselves.
Again, brother,
You did the right thing.
I had to cancel Hope Stock 3 years in a row because of the lack of resources.
Well, we're gonna fix all that.
I know. I know.
Well, you know, for some reason, and I can't even answer it. I just happen to, I just happen to have some stress, some bad things happen to me in Arizona that caused me to go online, that caused me to meet Kurt, and I already knew Kurt a little bit from being at different, online events, but never really knowing him, and knowing what he does, why he does it, and I just happened to be online with him, and somebody just happened to come online, Bob Holmes, and Bob just happened to like me. And Bob's known a lot of people for a long time, but he never really introduced them to the Daniel Barretts of the world. And I'm not saying maybe I was just special that day. Maybe there was something special. Maybe like God blessed us. I mean, there was a lot of people in that room that day, and when I said I owned a television network, for some reason, it lit Bob up. I mean, he lit, he got lit up and started like texting like crazy to all his resources. And that's how I met Jim and Dan. And, it was a blessing. It could have been somebody else put in this position, but, God God saw something, or somebody saw something that caused me to be part of this mission, and to include people like Kurt Roscoff and Brian Gibson and Sue Roscoff and all these other people in this, and I wasn't supposed to bring it to Arizona because they're not blessed here. And I'm not saying Debbie is an exception, but in general, they're not.
Again, brother, as I tell my team all the time, there is a person out there that can cut the check to fund Fob Rush, get it completely built. They just haven't heard of us yet.
So let me ask you a question. How much does that check need to be?
For the whole facility to be done, or just the main building?
Whatever the goal is that 122,000? Is that the number?
No, that's just for the yearly operating cost.
Okay.
The water bill, the electric bill, the insurance bill, all the bills associated to a facility.
That's a high running cost.
Well, that's also events. That's also helping veterans.
Oh, okay. What is the actual running cost of, just not outsourcing? I'm not talking about outsourcing. I'm talking about just within your to keep the doors open, to keep the lights on, to have that facility there for the veterans. I'm not talking about, donate, giving money outside that building. I'm talking about just for the building itself and to be able to supply what you need for the veterans. What's that cost per year?
About 60,000.
Okay.
That's the current operating budget. But again, that's not building anything else. That's just current where we're at.
Yeah, because we still have some remodeling to do because actually, I'm not sure, Mark, if you've heard, I know if Kurt's filled you in on the details of the building itself as far as what's there and what's going to be.
The only thing I know is that there was some, I think 75 acres of land and a 20,000 square foot building that was donated in Illinois.
20 acres and a 10,000 square foot building.
20 acres, 10,000 building. Right. That's that's a sizable piece of land and building
Yeah.
to be donated. That's pretty incredible, actually. Well,
Guess who's here? Ooh, and
And
actually, I'm seeing in the chat here as well. I'm going to pop this on the screen. It's being asked, outside of physical needs, what are the main issues that vets are facing?
Well, I just wanted to know, it's hard enough getting money for people in Arizona, but I can assure you, as a person that's being involved with Project Die Hard, and I know this is, of all the things that the Roscoffs do and all the things that Kurt does himself, I know this is, top of the heap. I think this is the one he talks about the most. I mean, other than his World Ability podcast and the Spirit of the Game, and I know he wants to do his ability, his global ability event again. But as far as like veterans, and I think this is at the top of his list about who he wants to help the most, and just based on, yeah.
You want to answer that question, or shall I?
What question?
The question is posed: outside of physical needs, what are the main issues vets are facing?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Richard. In answer to your question, what are the main issues vets are facing? Depression, anxiety, self-isolation, divorce, alcoholism, drug abuse,
homelessness.
I've been doing this since 2018. I've forgotten some of the things that I've been told.
Well, I can tell you that isolation is definitely high on the list. Mental awareness and suicide. I think suicide prevention is very high on the list too. They say there's a vet that commits suicide every 8 seconds or so. Yeah, and there's. Let me ask you a question, Brian. Have you in your travels, and because you're so dedicated to veterans, have you ever had the pleasure of meeting a gentleman named Eric Ranks?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, Eric is a big deal when it comes to veterans. He really goes all out. He came to Arizona. He was part of our organization we were trying to put together, and it fell apart. But I still keep in touch with Eric. He also does a thing called 22 Coffee. I think it's a coffee almost. I think it's like same thing with 22 or something like that. And I think the reason he used 22 is because that was the number of suicides with the veterans.
Well, that's the marketing number.
Right. And
okay.
I think, and he's the only coffee that has the suicide on the package itself.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard the name.
Yes.
I would like to talk to him.
You should.
I know my people have reached out to him. I know I've reached out.
Well, I'm a personal friend of his, so I can reach out to him easily and get him in contact with you. He's a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I for a while there, I kind of cut some ties with some people, but like 2 years ago, I was part of the Veterans Medical Lunch Conference. I was invited guest to the Veterans Medical Lunch Conference here in Scottsdale, Arizona. That happens in November. I would like you to, like I said, there's a gentleman, if you reached out to him, his name is Dave Rosenfeld. I think you guys would be besties because he spent 25 or so years in the Army, came out with a lot of with lack of hearing, loss of hearing, a lot of things that. And there's another gentleman. His name was Matt Whitestone. Matt. What the hell's Matt's last name? But Madison, he's a guy. He came out, and that guy had every. He was in the Air Force. He was a lieutenant. No, something. He was a pretty high up captain, and in the Air Force, and he came out all messed up. I mean, if there was something that you could, if the military could leave you with something, he had it. literally like like PTSD, ADHD. I mean, he had it all, and he carried a backpack for like years. So he had busted up back. He had all kinds of issues, and he created a game called Knuckleball, a video game that I helped him with. And so his name is Mattis. I want to say Whitestone, but his name is Mattis, and he's out there on LinkedIn too. And he loves helping veterans, and he's now making money with his game Knuckleball. I was a big supporter of him in the beginning, and again, David Rosenfeld. You'll find them on LinkedIn. They're big deals. They're real big deals when it comes to military. They get Dave sits on the board of directors for the Veterans Medical Lunch Conference. He sits on the board of directors of that.
Brother, I will travel anywhere and tell anybody about how God saved my life and the mission I'm on.
That's why I think that you should connect with Dave. You should find Dave Rosenfeld and connect with him on LinkedIn, and become and then I'll leave his name with I'll send his name. I'll send your name to him and know you're going to contact him. I think that he could reach out to you, and if the agenda already isn't filled, I think that you would make a great guest of the Veterans Medical Lunch Conference that's going to be held in November usually it's at the Biltmore, which is an outstanding facility.
Yeah. I saw Kurt jot down his name.
Yes.
Okay. Again, brother, I will talk to anybody, but I'm talking to 1,000 people right now. Kurt and Susan.
Yeah, I understand, but these are people that I know them like on a personal basis, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they matter.
Okay.
And then there's another gentleman. There's another gentleman called Bob Dalpe, DALPE, and he's actually in the Hall of Fame, the Arizona Hall of Fame of Veterans.
Cool.
Which you should be in the Kentucky Hall of Fame. If they have one. You should be in the Hall of Fame of Veterans.
What we have here is what they call Kentucky Colonels. and
that used to be
somebody
the NBA basketball team.
Yeah. Well, somebody has to nominate me. I can't nominate myself, and
Does it have to be someone within the organization, or can it be an outsider?
No, it can be an outsider. It can be anybody.
Send me the form. I'll fill it out for you. I have both. If you send me the form, my name means something in the military world. A lot of people know me. I spent a lot of 23 and 24 doing a lot of veterans events and reaching out to a lot of veterans.
This is through the governor's office.
If you send me the form, I'll gladly fill it out. It'll be an honor.
Okay.
I have the bandwidth for that.
Sue, Kurt, somebody research Kentucky Colonel and everything that needs.
Plus, I love the name because it's Louis Dampier, Dan Islow, some of my favorite basketball players back in the 70s in the Kentucky Colonels, part of the original ABA league.
Well, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Colonel Sanders.
He was a Kentucky Colonel.
Oh my gosh.
He was appointed by the governor as a Kentucky Colonel.
Yes. Carlin Sanders is a real man.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Kurt. You got work to do,
right
man.
now.
All right, let's get her did.
Get her done. Get her done.
That's it.
So I understand, Mark, you are having trouble signing your memorandum of.
I don't think I had trouble. I e-signed it and sent it. He says I signed it in the wrong place. I just went by the form. I didn't move the signature.
Yeah, I'll make it work. I've got a way to. I think that I can help make that work.
Yeah, I mean, I signed it like 5 times. I mean, what I did is I put it through DocuSign, and then the signature just was on top, and then that's where they put. I didn't think to move it. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
But I signed it.
You guys are quick.
I signed it like 5 times.
No.
There's a chat feature on here, and I put the link in the chat. Actually, I should put it in the main chat here so others can get that. Oh, and here, I gotta put this up here too. Richard did say thanks and God bless. So thank you, Richard. I love that you're here and supporting what's all happening.
All right, hold on. Map to Manhood Inc. Yes, we will talk. I'll be sending an email soon.
Who is this?
Map to Manhood Inc.
Map to Manhood Inc. Excellent. I love it.
It's making good, strong Christian men. So, yeah, I want them as part of the mission.
Spectacular. Growing one by one. I love it. That's what it takes.
That's what it works.
So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is how it works, folks. This is how it works.
I think we just lost Mark. I'm betting he went trying to check something else on his phone to look something up and lost us doing that. So we'll see. He'll probably be back.
Well, again, this is why
he clicked the form. That's actually, I'm sure, what he did.
Hey, click
filling
the
it out
form
already,
and
getting things in.
This has become like a work group.
Well, teamwork makes the dream work, right? I looked it up. He clicked on the button. He's going to do it. I didn't know it was a thing. I've never heard it. So I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, this is like nonprofit management in a glass bowl, a fish bowl.
We were talking about the biosphere earlier, so I think we're just went full circle.
Look, guys, if the governor pronounces me a Kentucky Colonel, great. I'm still going to put my pants on one leg at a time. I'm still going to wear a volunteer shirt at events. I'm not in this for fame or fortune.
Trying to do the right thing for people.
That's it. That's the whole reason for my existence.
I think I just did it the right way. Go check your email. Check Sue Roscoff at Project Die Hard.
I'm going there now.
I think I fixed it.
Nice.
I think I actually signed and dated in the right way.
I've got it.
And I moved it, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, got it. Okay, now you have it. I fixed it.
Live on Mission Monday. That is an update right there, live streaming.
So I officially signed the documents to Project Die Hard. So now On the Mark TV is in collaboration with Project Die Hard. And with your permission, Mr. Gibson, can I please post that on LinkedIn?
Feel free.
Absolutely, sir. It's an honor. Out of all my collaborations, this is going to be one of my favorites. Well, I like Inspired.world too, because that's going to get me paid. But the good news is that, you see, here's the good news, okay? With the ridiculous commission that Daniel is going to pay me, and the ability to share it with so many people, and have everybody part of it. It's going to be, the numbers, when it all comes together, and it will, there's no doubt. The mission is there's too many people involved in it, too many good people, and we have the Lord on our side. There's too many blessed people that are part of this, and it's taking the money. What I like best about it takes it out of the government's hands, which is something that it'll never be corrupted. That's the best part. I think that's my part about Inspired.world. It can never be corrupted.
Sue, is that The Daniel is going to be on next week?
Daniel, no,
No?
Oh.
Okay.
nope, different one. I think his name is Dave, actually.
Well,
Okay.
Daniel is more than Daniel would find it an absolute privilege to talk to you, Mr. Gibson, anytime you would like.
Again, I would like to have him on the podcast to explain.
Oh, 100%.
Again, if
Let's schedule it for next time.
we do this every Monday.
Okay, let's make it let's see, 5 people. Would that be a quintuplet? Oh. It's like a 5-way. It's like a 5-some.
Yeah, whatever.
In a polite way. In a polite way.
Yeah, look, this is just how we do it. I've had
This is
10
how we-
people on.
Wait a minute, we got a theme song. This is how we do it. We have our theme song. There it is, Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. It's Monday night, and we're doing it right. Come on, so we can rewrite the words. This is how we do it.
Yeah, Mark is very happy that earlier, was that just today or was that yesterday? That was yesterday that we used
I have a theme song.
the Suno.com to create a theme song for On the Mark. So I think we need to do that for Project Die Hard and
100%.
come up with something fun for here.
And then we could do it to the theme of, well, we can't, we'll do it with, with Montel Jordan's concept, but we can't steal it, but like with the, but
Hey, Kurt, you're in charge of Wacky Wednesday, right?
Well, maybe
That
I'll
makes
be
sense.
recruiting Mark. Mark seems
that makes
to be my
that makes
partner in
sense.
crime.
I fit into Wacky Wednesday. I like Taco Tuesday too.
We do Mission Monday,
Okay.
Connecting Tuesday,
Okay.
Wacky Wednesday,
Stone Thursday.
Thankful Thursday,
Oh, okay.
and I'm still having trouble with Friday.
Stone Friday.
No, I want to do
Funky Friday. Funky Friday.
Family Friday.
Family.
That's
Casual
right.
Friday. Casual Friday.
Well,
We'll make believe we actually have jobs.
no, I want to do it. I want to do it Family Friday because we're the only organization I know of. I could be wrong,
Could be wrong.
but we're the only ones I know of willing to take a veteran in with their family for up to a year.
Wow.
There's a lot of organizations that'll bring in a vet, but what happens to the family when that vet's not there? That's why we're helping veterans and their families.
We are family. All my sisters and all my brothers, sisters, and me.
I love it. And speaking of family and all the good things, we are coming up on the end of our time together here. I am going to be working on making a theme song. I actually got half of it typed up already. So Suno.com is going to be going to work for us here real soon and see what we can come up with. But the way we always end our Monday mission updates is by going around the table here and sharing a word of hope for our veterans. They do so much for us. It's time for us to give back. And I just want to go around the table then. And what is your word today? Brian, I'm going to start with you tonight.
Brothers, sisters, we had fun tonight. We met some great people, but this is all done for you. I need you to be here next Monday and tune in. You cannot give up. Big things are moving here. I want you to be involved in it. But to be involved in it, you got to be around. So don't give up.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for everything you do. Mark, I'm going to pass the torch over to you next. A word of hope for our veterans.
Resilience.
That is a great word.
Or abundance. Or gratitude. The 3 books I was in 3 books, and they were called gratitude, abundance, and resilience. I think those 3 words fit veterans more than anybody.
I love it. Kurt, over to you.
Well, for me, the hope is in, in part, this podcast, with Mark Balin coming on here, a veteran, and everybody out there got to learn about Mark. To me, that's one of the elements of hope here is that, Sue and myself and Brian and Mark and other people that are tied into this, we all want to learn about you and your story and the curiosity about what the future can hold for you. When we talk about Fob Rush and the fellowship breakfast and all of the things, it's because of what tomorrow can mean for you. That's why I'm here. I'm here for you. My phone number is 262-372-1754. Call and text me. Email Kurt, K-U-R-T, at projectdiehard.org. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And my word, as always, is God's not done with you yet. There's more work to be done. There's a mission that we are on together. Join our mission. Join the team. Teamwork makes the dream work, as we hear all the time here, because it's the truth. We are making things happen, and we need to do this together. Join us. Help us out. Pray for us. Volunteer with us. Do all these wonderful things. Join the mission. Thank you so much. This again, Project Die Hard Mission Monday update is here every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.